Hello! Fifth Meerkat here. So, we've just melted this ice, and now we're ready to continue with Bioshock.
More money? What is that there? You'll regret taking it.
That's not very nice. Stop it now. Okay. Obviously, as you may have guessed from the last episode, I'm not going to show off what I do. If you want to work this out, well, frankly, work out on your own. I'm not going to tell you every step I've done, but I'm sorry that I'm not going to tell you every step. It's not because I think you're lazy or anything. It's because I'm lazy, and basically I don't want to bore you by telling you first you move this piece here, then that piece there, then that piece there, and that's also kind of boring for me. So that's why. But you should be able to look at the finished way the pipe is, and be able to tell from that how to complete the puzzle. I will show off finished pipelines. And see, I'm going to show you the finished design. And hopefully you'll have enough time to look at this. There is more than one solution anyway. So why did I choose Bioshock instead of Bioshock Infinite? I don't think I've commented on that before. I mean, I could even have chosen the second Bioshock game that's sort of a direct sequel to this, rather than kind of spin-off, I guess, which is what I see Bioshock Infinite as being. Yes, I see it as a spin-off because there's a different set of characters and different place and different technology and different storyline, but that's actually going to be very useful. How powerful it is if any creatures come here. But Bioshock Infinite is not a very good game. It's an excellent movie. If it was just a film, then it would be brilliant. The plot is excellent. The characters are excellent. There's really no reason to fault you for those things. The problem with it is the gameplay, in that it is just a repetitive first-person shooter, and although there are things that are similar to Plasmoids, they're not actually that interesting.
Clinical trial lot 44, Dr. Suchong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Subject is white man, one Roland Wallace. Can you hear me, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, sir, Mr. Suchong, sir.
Very well. Right, I'm introducing lot 44 now. We've codenamed the lot 44 Enrage because of its tendency to... Nurse? Hold him down! Nurse!
So rage induces rage, I guess. That makes sense. For a second I thought it was my my character who was screaming there, and that was acid. But no, I think that's just water. Something is doing that. Ah, there must be security camera here somewhere. I don't know where it is. It might be a good idea to just get out of here. I don't think there's anything here out until I've grabbed, so... Okay. I'm gonna have to hack this safe now. Okay, I do get hurt whilst I'm hacking that thing, and that thing is very difficult to hack. so I'm gonna not do that. And hopefully I can find some other exit, another way to go. Aha! Right, I think you're supposed to go this way. And that was pretty stupid of me because I forgot which control it was. But, yeah. As I was saying, it's just an ordinary FPS, and although you can use something that's similar to a plasmoid in it, it's just not very. It isn't enough on its own to stop it from being a typical first-person shooter. This is probably quite useful, but it's not the thing I was hoping for. I was hoping for a and there we go. I hope that was my extra strength. If not, you have to specifically activate your extra strength on certain specific occasions. Like, let me take, it's not even a good FPS because of the way that, because of the way that it works. Like bosses, for example, there should be a specific pattern with bosses. There should be a specific thing you have to do that is more than just shoot and then shoot again and just sort of rinse and repeat over and over. That's not a good boss. A good boss is a boss where it follows a specific pattern and you need to work out what that pattern is in order to win. Just indiscriminately firing against it and it just happens to have a lot of health does not make it a good boss. And that's why the bosses on the original Bioshock aren't very good, they're not very interesting, and so that's why I chose this one instead. I hope this is a new area. I haven't been into before, but it is hard to tell. I admit I find it quite hard to work out where I have to go in this game. Okay, this is the circuit that you have to do on this one. Pause it if you want, and if you got it, well, whether or not you've got it, there we go. Got to steam here. I guess this is someone else who's being operated on. Now, out of the time with computer games, I'm not sure what I'm actually doing. And I think this is one of those times. I really shouldn't keep collecting alcohol because it gets rid of your EVE, and I don't like that much. So we get a free hack here, so we can hack into one thing for free. I'm not going to waste it on a health thing, and that's going to be pretty helpful. Now, I was talking the last time about doctors as opposed to scientists, and what Andrew Ryan technically said was scientists shouldn't have to stick with be constrained by morals that other people have forced on them. And I suppose I have a less helpful sort of.
At the German prison camp, they put me to work on genetic experiments on other prisoners. They call me das Wunderkind, the Wonder Child. Germans. All they can talk about is blue eyes and the shape of forehead. All I care about is why is this one born strong and that one weak? This one smart, that one stupid. All that killing. You think the Germans could have been interested in something useful?
See, I would have thought that I don't have a logical explanation for why a scientist has to have morals, but sometimes you don't really need a logical explanation. I know I'm pausing here, but the reason I'm pausing is when I grab something like this, I don't know what I'm going to encounter, so I might have to pause so that we can listen to radio methods like that, or I might have to pause so we can attack an enemy or something like that. So I can only really talk about my thoughts here with Andrew Ryan's Society, even if it means I get less done in this episode. When I can only really talk when I pause like this, but I still feel that the things I say are hopefully interesting and still worth saying. And I suppose what I'd have to say is most humans have this thing, this moral compass, this idea of human decency, this desire to help people, or at the very least not harm them. And since the majority of people do have this, and a lot of the people who don't, sort of psychotic, not all of them, but a lot, or they're sort of products of their environment and their past experiences or something like that. It seems to me that there's something that is naturally built into us to be moral, and so I would say morality is kind of its own reward, as it were, and the sort of scientist who doesn't have a natural sense of morality is probably the sort of scientist that you won't actually want working on a scientific thing, because it produces stuff like nuclear weapons, for example. And is the world really being a better place because of that? Because of our designing weapons, because of our designing ways of killing each other? I'm not sure it is. Now, I could go on for ages about whether it was a good idea specifically to drop the bombs on Japan at the end of World War II or not, but I make a general sort of point here, which is that just moral decency, whether it's logical or not, is something that's just right and just feels right to people and just produces good things, or at least makes sure fewer bad things are produced. So that's the problem I have with that, and it shows me that Andrew Ryan doesn't really have a moral compass and have his priorities set straight if he doesn't think that scientists should have morals. Ah, I see. Well, alright. Fortunately, there's Gatherer's Garden behind us, I think. So if I can be allowed to go back to the Gatherer's Garden for a moment, and hopefully I won't have to walk all the way back to where the plasmoid was in order to get it. I think I'm going to cut the footage out until I've managed to get back to the Gatherer's Garden again. Oh, it looks like it's actually the same Gatherer's Garden I just got this this power from. So we'll have to stick with telekinesis for now, and I will have to hope that I can exchange them when I have to. I've got a feeling there is a way to do it, I just don't know what it is.
Clinical trial lot 23, Dr. Suchong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Work on telekinesis plasmid proceeding well. Lifting objects at distance presents no problem. Moving objects to space, no problem. Cannot stop speeding bullet, but can catch and throw faster moving object. Problem not with plasmid. Problem with reaction time. Stuchon just get new idea for plasmid.
Ah. So yes, that's how that works.
Go away! Uncivil, uncultivated!
Right, I'm not going to defeat her using plasmid. Well, I will, just not telekinesis plasmid because it's more complicated. Okay, and now fortunately this thing is pointing us back to where we need to go. So that I'm sort of running out of time here. I've got other things I need to do with my day, so I'm not going to... I've probably found all of the useful stuff I can find, but just in case I haven't, I'm not going to look for it today. I'm just going to get back to where I need to get back to. And yeah, I think we're supposed to grab his bombs, or at least grab somebody's bombs. Hopefully somebody else is going to start firing them, because if not, I've just lost my chance.
Help me find this patient, nurse. It's this thinning hair, Jim. Every day there's less and less.
You know the problem's not in your
Gussie! Hey, I don't go in for all that slicing stuff. My buddy says it's not the same.
Shows you what your buddy knows. The genetic dice for a rich hair is loud when you use a full head of thick hair. 100%.
Ah! That sort of went okay.
You question my judgment?
Yep. Probably. Well, I think that's him dead. Not to put too fine a point in it. And I'm going to end the episode here. I will see you next time.